In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Jennifer Stockman, 17-37, possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia, theft by receiving. Let's see, remind me, who represents, oh, you filled out an application, didn't you? We have appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I think you're appearing for an arraignment. Will enter a plea of not guilty. You reappear in this court on April 14th at 9:30. You'll need to make an appointment to see the Public Defender as soon as you can. 16-183, State versus Louis Riddell. Looking at your police statement, sir, and
I will note pursuant to the plea agreement, violations, anything charged as a violation is being null pros. He's pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, and obstructing governmental operations.
okay. Mr. Riddell, have you gone over these documents?
Yes, sir.
And have you signed both the police statement and the conditions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you feel you understand what's in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and obstructing governmental operations?
Yes, sir.
As you've heard me tell others, when you plead guilty, you give up your right to have a trial, and you also give up your right to an appeal. Do you understand
Yes,
this?
sir.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Other than this recommendation as to your sentence, have you been promised anything in order to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone pressured you or threatened you to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you're in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
On or about April 13th of last year, 2016, here in Boone County, were you in possession of some methamphetamine
Yes, sir.
and some drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
You gave a incorrect name to law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
This time, sir, I accept your plea. This will be under Act 346. On each felony, you're sentenced to 3 years probation and a $400 fine. Obstructing governmental operations is a misdemeanor. You'll receive a $200 fine. Be screened for drug treatment, follow any treatment recommendations. And let's see, you pay $200 in costs, $1,000 total fine. DNA fee of $250. You pay that on the 346?
Judge, I've had courts do it both ways.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll pay it. Drug assessment of $125, a $20 booking fee. Make your payments to the Boone County Sheriff's Department at a minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 30 days. Let's see here.
Yeah, 16-211 docket number.
Just give me a pleading of some kind. What is 16-3?
211,
16-211. What's your first name?
Michelle. Galen Scott.
Michelle Galen, 16-211.
This case is set for trial next week. This is the case that prompted my call to the crime lab this morning because we were still waiting on a crime lab report. And I was advised by the director in the drug section that they've had about 3,000 more cases filed or turned in for testing this past year than the year before, and they've got 3 people in training. So they're basically understaffed right now. She said that normal turnaround on a submission is about 3 months. I think we're past that in this case, but she said even if we requested a rush on it, it would take about 2 weeks. So bottom line is we don't have a lab report yet in this case.
Well,
So the state would move to continue the trial for next week.
I guess given the circumstances, we have to. We'll just reschedule the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Out of Newton County, Jason Dean, 17-8. It's an arraignment on a drug case. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Who represents you?
I was incarcerated and I filled out the public defender form.
Okay.
And I just got bailed out Monday, so.
All right, they're handing it up to me. I'll take a look at it. You've signed it, but you didn't.
Yeah, I told them I need help. I don't really read and write very well, and
Okay.
I told the jailers that, but they
I understand.
never really did anything with
All
it.
right. Well, maybe Ms. Russo can help you at appropriate time. Well, we'll call it later. We'll call it later.
Later?
Yeah, just wait. That lady over there will help you. We'll get it done. Jonathan Youngs. And is this case out of Newton County?
I believe so.
Do you know? Would you happen to know the case number? (16-73) out of Newton County. And I don't recall what we're appearing for. Do you?
Breaking and entering and theft of property.
Okay.
It was a
And-
pretrial. Judge.
Pre-trial. Did I issue an alias warrant for him?
I think you did, Judge.
Okay. If I issued an alias warrant, we'll withdraw that. And is there any? Yes.
Can I talk?
Won't you talk to your lawyer first?
I need to go to rehab. And they've already accepted me. They sent the acceptance letter over to your office on the 23rd.
Okay. Let me talk to Mr. Brown about it, who's the prosecutor. I'm sure we can do that.
Okay.
But could we set him for the next date over there, Judge?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Mr.
I mean, I
Brown about a resolution.
I don't even have.
Oh, is he?
official name.
Well, talk to Brown and see where we're at.
I will, Judge.
Mr. Brown.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
This way. I'm deep in the rugged wilderness, and I haven't seen a soul in weeks. You have to be extremely tough to survive way out here.
Hey, love your show.
Thanks.
Qualified buyers get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 special edition bonus on a new 2017 Special Edition Tundra. Hurry in today. Toyota Trucks, a heritage built on adventure. Toyota, let's go places.
You're at the party, having a great time. Your kids are on the dance floor, shaking it for all they're worth. Then you hear it. That word that even your children know better than to use. Yeah, that word. So you think, doesn't the DJ know better? Man, my kids heard that. I'm Matt Duncan. I own and operate Artistry Entertainment DJ service. I'm also a daddy. We never play questionable lyrics when kids are present. Ever. ArtistryEntertainment.rocks. Yes, we get paid to party, and we take it seriously.
Introducing two new families of ATVs from Yamaha. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
I'm Brittany. I work in the operatory. I assist the doctor and I make our patients as comfortable as possible. I've never worked for anybody that seems to care for her staff like she does and really cares for her patients. The best thing about working here really is seeing people get the smile they've desired for years and seeing the outcome of happy tears and smiles.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Mr. Cole, are you employed?
Your Honor, I'm self-employed tree trimmer.
Okay. How much did you make last year?
I don't remember, Your Honor. I didn't have any records or anything like that.
Can you get close?
Probably around $1,000, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're appearing here for an arraignment. And how does he plead to terroristic threatening?
Not guilty, Judge. Waiver reading.
We'll enter the plea of not guilty. And when would we have a pretrial in Newton County? Well, maybe the one above it. Maybe that's Mr. Campbell's case number. Do we have a case number on this?
Your Honor, no. What I was going to say, if please the court, the state's made the decision that this matter, I think, is probably going to be more appropriately handled in district court. So
Okay.
Please the court, I'm going to move it there.
All right.
And we'll be filing there. And if Mr. Cole would just remain in touch with us. I don't know if he apparently doesn't have a bondsman at this point.
Okay. Apparently, sir, they're going to handle your case through district court. In other words, it'll be a misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which seemed to be to your benefit. But anything else we need to be done? What is the bond?
5,000 is what I have.
I didn't see an indication, Your Honor. I'm sure
It's 5,000, Your Honor.
What would be an appropriate bond for
Your Honor,
a lesser charge?
If we could, honestly, I don't, Mr. Cole has had some other issues that I've dealt with him on. If, and I'm sorry, I'm just consulting now, if we could give him the March, if the court could ask him to appear March 6th in the district court in Newton County.
What time?
9.
Okay, sir, I'm going to order you to appear on March 6th in Newton County District Court at 9 a.m. And
we'd have no objection to him being OR'd if he could.
Okay. OR, you say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the alleged assault, did it involve his brother?
It involved his twin brother.
Okay, sir, you recall on Wednesday in Newton County I issued an order for you to stay away from your brother?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, and that's in effect, and do not go near him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and the prosecution says you can be released on your own recognizance, and I'll agree to that, but don't go near Taylor.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the order of the court. Thank you.
Thank you.
14-179, State versus Matthew Allen. It was a drug case originally. Is this a revocation?
Should be, Your Honor.
Okay.
The warrant was served on January 30th.
Morning.
And Judge, this will be in your court.
Okay. Mr. Allen, do you have a lawyer, sir?
No, sir. I filled out the application for the public defender, but it's in my cell.
It's in your cell. Okay.
Yes.
What are you doing for a living now?
Currently unemployed, but I've got some possibilities.
Okay. Well, for purposes of arraignment, I'm going to let the public defender's office represent you and get your application to someone in charge at the jail there so they can forward it to the public defender, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and plead guilty today?
Let me look here. I really rather you talk to your lawyer first. I mean, it's your choice, but...
See, the last time I had a revocation, they kept me here for 30 days, and when I got out, I didn't have anything. I lost everything that I had.
What do you think? What do you think's going to happen if you plead guilty?
Well, I was hoping that I could be reinstated.
Yeah, hoping and knowing is two different things. I think you need to talk to your lawyer, really.
Okay, can we do something today?
Well, we might. I'll let the public defender's office talk to the prosecutor, and I'll set this for hearing on February 17th. But if it can be resolved today, that's what we'll do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. State versus Amy Brown, 16-315, drug paraphernalia. Good morning. So you're represented by the public defender's office. What is there to be done in this case?
Your Honor, there was a failure to appear issued in this case that she was served with. I think she's made an appearance since being served with that warrant. At this time, we are still waiting on the crime lab report. It's in progress, which is a step above being received, so hopefully we'll have that report soon. But all other discovery has been provided. We're just waiting on the lab report.
Ms. Brown?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Do you realize that you weren't here on the last court date?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
I had the wrong date.
Are you living here in town, or where are you living at?
I live in Yellville.
Okay, what's your address there?
813 Sarge Hill Road, Yellville, Arkansas, 3687.
Did the bondsman surrender you back into the jail there?
No, sir. I was picked up on warrant without there.
Okay.
The warrant has not made it to the file.
Judge, it looks like the original bond, if I'm reading this right, is $1,500. I'd ask the court to instead of a $3,000.
Bond be $3,000. We'll go by the scheduling order.
Do you know what your next court date is?
No, not.
Okay.
April 14th, 9:30.
If you get released, you need to contact the public defender's office. Okay.
Is there anything to be done in Katie Daniels' case?
Your Honor, the parties have agreed to continue her hearing to your first docket in March. The 60 days was previously waived. Some new information has come to light that will probably result in that petition being amended.
March 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Continued to March 3rd, 60-day hearing requirement waived. And that's in 12-187, 12-188, 12-233. Hey, Uni. That'll be all we can do today, ma'am.
Thank you.
So I'm cruising here in my new Camry, following the nav's predictive traffic. That's when I saw smoke coming from the pet store. I called 911 on the Bluetooth and began the rescue. The owner gave me this as a reward.
Wait, you got a new Camry?
The 2017 Camry. It'll surprise a few people.
Get $2,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $1,000 subvention bonus on a new 2017 Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
You're at the party, having a great time. Your kids are on the dance floor, shaking it for all they're worth. Then you hear it. That word that even your children know better than to use. Yeah, that word. So you think, doesn't the DJ know better? Man, my kids heard that. I'm Matt Duncan. I own and operate Artistry Entertainment DJ service. I'm also a daddy. We never play questionable lyrics when kids are present. Ever. ArtistryEntertainment.rocks. Yes, we get paid to party, and we take it seriously.
Sam Alexander Pharmacy has expanded and is now offering many additional products and services. Their new pharmaceutical compounding area allows them to create products to fit the unique needs of a customer. They also have added Spinco orthotic shoes and sandals, Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes, baby gifts by Aiden and Anais, and toys by Melissa and Doug. Stop in today and let them help you with any of your specialty pharmaceutical needs. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy in Harrison.
I'm Randall. I work at the on-site lab at Dental Creations on the square at Harrison. Working with Dr. Wanda is great. She's taught me a lot and showed me a lot, and she gives us the freedom to get one-on-one with the patient. If there's a problem, we can actually come out of the back and do what's best for the patient. Having this on-site lab here with the doctors, that's really nice.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Okay, John Fondren, 13-121. It was originally a drug case. Good morning.
This should be a first appearance on a petition to revoke. I do not have a copy of the served warrant, but I believe he was arrested on January 31st.
Okay. Who represents you, sir?
I am not yet. I was going to put it for the public defender. I didn't think that's one minute. I've been incarcerated for 7.5 months in Missouri. They brought me back from Missouri.
Judge, based on that assertion, he's been in custody. I would stand in just initially for the arraignment, and he can do the paperwork. Be not true.
Okay. We'll set the matter for hearing on February 17th, 9:30, or soon thereafter, as we can get to it.
I've been waiting for bond.
Let me see. Okay, in the file, there's an order for a warrant on July 1st. And then there's an order dismissing the petition on August, filed on August 11th. Is there something since then?
Not that I'm aware of, Judge. I do not see any petition to revoke filed after that date or an amendment to the existing.
Well, here, y'all take this and look at it. Where have you been incarcerated? Where have you been incarcerated at?
Sir, I was in jail since June of 2016 in Gainesville. Then I got put in a Missouri Boonville Correctional Center.
Yes. When did you get out of there?
They came and got me on the 31st of January this year.
Do you have still time to do in Missouri?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm done. It was my out date, so they
okay.
They indicted me. I signed extradition papers and stuff in Cooper County, so they
okay.
couldn't get me from back.
Where are you going to live at?
HC 70, Box 62, same place I've been living before I left.
Here in Boone County?
Newton County, sir.
Newton County? Well, man, just giving him a ride down here.
Judge,
but anyway.
Judge, I'm looking at a copy of an order dismissing the revocation petition that was file marked in August of 2015.
Okay.
The petition to revoke that I'm looking at was filed July of 2016, so it may be that this is a new petition.
You may be right, maybe.
I've already signed up for interstate compact. Home plan it all, home plan in fact in Newton County, Arkansas, and that.
Okay, well, maybe a new one. He's had more than one. Well, anyway, we'll enter a plea of not guilty and set the matter for hearing on the 17th. Let me look at the allegation.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way for a bond?
Hold on, Mr. Klein.
Okay.
Judge, I'll look into why he was incarcerated in Missouri for such a lengthy period of time.
When did you go in? When were you incarcerated in Missouri?
Since June of 2016. I was in Gainesville jail for 3 months, 95 days to be exact. Then I went from there to Boonville Correctional Center. October 4th, I do believe, until January 31st.
How much is he owed? Can you tell?
Judge, the original petition has him owing, if you add everything together, just over $1,000.
I'll set your bond at $1,000 cash.
$1,000 cash?
That'd get close to catching you up. Worcester. Okay. All right. That's all we can do today.
He needs to report to our office.
Mr. Fondren?
Yes, sir.
Should you bond, probation wants you to go report to their office down on Pine.
I won't be able to bond on $1,000
Okay.
cash. Kind of money. I've been incarcerated 7.5 months.
Very well.
I would get surety bond if you let me do that. Then I'd go straight to their office and report.
That's all we can do today, sir. Jeremy Morgan, 13139. Set for hearing today.
Judge, he made his first appearance last Friday in front of Judge Webb and was ordered to reappear today just to get on your scheduling order because he drew, I believe you signed off on the sentencing order. I was going to ask if we could have his hearing set for the 17th.
Very well. We'll have your hearing on the 17th, sir. That's all we can do today.
Would there be any possible way I could talk to the public defender before then?
Well, I'd hope so. I'd hope so, certainly.
Thank you.
State versus Anthony Robinson, trafficking methamphetamine near certain facilities, paraphernalia, endangering the welfare of a minor. 17-17.
I think we're here on our reappearance date.
Yeah.
Still need the, we do have discovery except for the lab results.
Yes, we are still waiting on the lab report.
Okay. We've got a scheduling order. Is anything else to be done?
Mr. Robinson, do you have a bond set?
What's that?
Do you have a bond set?
It's at 100,000. Is there any way I can get a bond reduction?
No.
You know, I believe that this court set the bond initially, and probably on the probable cause affidavit, Judge Kirkpatrick left it at that amount at his 8.1, and then Judge Webb left it at that amount when he had his arraignment on January 20th.
Where do you live at, Mr. Robinson?
I live with
Say it again. You broke out.
I'll be living with my mom in Clifton.
Okay. Was that Cleveland County or was that?
I'm not sure what I wrote down on my form where it was at. County.
Okay. You said Quitman, Arkansas?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the bond where it's at, given the allegation. We'll leave it as scheduled. That's all we can do today.
All right, when's my next court date?
Let me see that. Let me look. April 17th. Thank you. State versus Lee Spark, 16-187. Possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia.
Let's have him brought over.
Sir, we're going to transport you to the courthouse, okay?
Thank you, sir.
(11-269) State versus Richard Webster Jr. What is it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Well, I don't know when she's scheduled. February 17th.
He'll need to be transported to
Mr. Webster. Sir, we're going to transport you to the courthouse. State versus Whitley Kelly. Forgery, theft of property, 17-26. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am, who represents you?
Me.
You do?
I was wondering if there's any way that we could resolve this today so I could get back to my job. I actually turned myself in 3 weeks ago, and
We'll transport you to the courthouse.
all right, thank you.
State versus Justin Brown, 17-33. Drug paraphernalia, obstructing governmental operations, other crimes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who's your lawyer, sir?
I'm not too sure, but I was going to see if there's any way that I possibly say I plead guilty for 2 years on it. If I can understand for my parole violation.
We'll bring you to the courthouse and look into it.
Sometime this afternoon?
Sometime today.
All right, then.
State versus John Kidwell, 17-9. Possession of marijuana with intent to deliver, domestic battery. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're appearing for attorney statuses.
Your Honor, we transported him from an ADC unit. He's currently serving a parole violation.
Okay.
We do have discovery for whoever his counsel will ultimately be.
You going to hire a lawyer or make application to public defender?
I've turned 2 applications to the public defender in already.
Okay.
Judge, I think we represent him. Looks like he's on a reappearance.
Okay.
I would, if at all possible, I'd like to try to resolve today so I don't have to keep transporting from AC.
Are you in a position to do that, Mr. Grubb? We'll talk
Always a
about it.
possibility. We'll bring him over.
We'll
and talk
bring him to
about
the
it.
courthouse. We'll transport you to the courthouse, sir.
Thank you, sir.
17-21, Ronald Clyde Tatro Jr., possession of methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia. Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Let's see. You appeared before Judge Webb. Who's your lawyer, sir?
I'm in charge. I filled out the application for the Social Security.
You have filled it out?
Yeah, I filled it out last week when I was in front of Webb. And,
Okay.
turned it in.
Judge, I think we've been appointed on this.
Okay, very well. Well, let's see. He's entered. We'll enter a plea of not guilty, and there's a pretrial on April 17th. Is there anything else to be done?
Judge, we don't have the...
I had turned myself in. I guess they issued a warrant for revocation on probation.
Oh, really?
Last night, and I was just, I just want to get a bond or something.
Okay, well, the bond in this case is $3,000, and that's reasonable.
I've already bonded out on this. They issued a revocation warrant for my felony probation. And
Well, I haven't seen it.
Next week.
Okay, I haven't seen that, but
Do you have that file? Do you have the revocation file?
we'll try to find it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Steve bought the responsible 2017 Corolla. That's because Steve makes good decisions, except when he picked up that stray cat. The Corolla comes standard with advanced safety features and loads of tech, making it a great decision. Unlike... Oh, Steve. The 2017 Corolla. Always a good decision.
Right now, get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a stylish new 2017 Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
You know, we should always remember to have a working smoke detector where we sleep. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're all safe, we're all safe. In an emergency, you need a meeting place outside the whole family can meet, so that you know everyone is safe.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. A new year is upon us, and who doesn't love the possibilities that come along with a fresh start or a new beginning? Let us help you achieve and maintain a healthy, active lifestyle in 2017. Come see our large selection of organic and natural grocery, produce, restricted diet items, supplements including detox and energy, and much more. You can make 2017 your healthiest year yet. Nature's Wonders on Highway 65 in Harrison next to Thompson's Ace Hardware. Happy New Year.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
State versus Stephen Smith, possession of controlled substance with purpose to deliver.
Judge, Mr. Smith was apparently screened for drug court.
Okay.
I think they made a determination he was not eligible. I guess at this point we'd ask just to get on a scheduling order and see if we can't have another try to resolution in this.
Okay.
Judge, I sure we're set for trial March 7th.
Okay, I'm going to extend the plea deadline in this case to February 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
State versus Johnny Snow, 16-111, possession of controlled substances and paraphernalia.
Have we reduced that to a plea statement yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. He will be entering a plea.
Okay.
If we have a plea statement ready, it'll be sooner. If not, I'll draft one today. He's on the trial docket for next week.
Okay, we'll call your case later, sir.
Commissioner.
State versus Dustin Steiner, 16-7, aggravated assault, terroristic threatening, carrying a weapon.
Judge, we have an agreement in this case also.
Okay.
We have the initial plea statement, but we need to reduce it to the full statement, and then we'll enter that this afternoon.
That's what we'll do. We'll call you later, sir.
All right.
Jennifer Stockman, 17-37, possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia, theft by receiving. Good morning. Let's see, do you have a lawyer, ma'am?
No, sir.
Are you going to hire a lawyer? Or make, okay. They'll probably give you or they will give you an application. If you'll fill it out, I'll call you later for an arraignment. Okay. State versus Danny Stratton. Possession of drug paraphernalia, speeding, no insurance. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Approach, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you're appearing for an arraignment.
Plead not guilty, Judge.
Okay.
Waive reading.
We'll enter the plea of not guilty. And what date were we giving you for reappearances? 14th, you say? Reappear on April 14th at 9:30. And as soon as you can, try to visit with the Public Defender's Office.
I think earlier, Your Honor, I had said the 17th, that should be the 14th.
14th. Okay. Well, it's very well. Ready to go, sir.
Thank you.
State versus Michael Taylor, 16-113. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor.
You heard from him?
Yeah, I talked 3 times by telephone.
Okay.
He's in Oklahoma, and we're holding him pretty good. Of course, he keeps telling us he's coming back.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're going to have to try to get an address for you.
Let's see. April 14th.
Yes, sir. That'd be fine.
Continued on bondsman motion to April 14th.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Send Thomason out there to get him.
Sir?
We have to send Thomason out there to get
Yeah,
him.
I'll send him.
Yeah. Rebecca Taylor, 16-239, manufacturing methamphetamine.
That's Mr. Moon's case. Christopher Ernest is the co-defendant. I believe Mr. Moon may have spoken with you earlier this week. We were scheduled for a suppression hearing. We found out the evidence had not been submitted to the crime lab yet.
Do you have any idea when it might come back?
I was advised by the crime lab that right now their default rule is it's going to take about 3 months to test something once it arrives.
Okay.
So if it goes down in February, we should have a report in May.
The deadline's extended to May 12th. Guess we'll just have to reset the trial. I don't know. Probably the rest is in July, so getting off will be close to the deadline. You're free to go.
Is that on the state's mind?
Yeah,
It would be on state's
it's
time
not
on this one.
excluded. Yeah, not excluded. 17-23. I'm sorry, 17-24. State versus Sadie Wilson, maintaining a drug premise and endangering the welfare of a minor.
Your Honor, there's also a couple of co-defendants, and I believe Mr. Malm has facts on entry on both Sadie Wilson and Wesley Wilson, and Jeff did call me and asked if I would object to Sadie Wilson's case being transferred to our division since she drew Division 4. I have no objection to that.
Okay, in Sadie Wilson's case and Wesley Wilson, Mr. Mom has entered his appearance. Will enter a plea of not guilty. Schedule them to reappear for a pretrial on April 14th. And Wesley Wilson is 17-25. State versus Aaron Anderson, 15-211.
Back again.
Yep. Let's see. Did you surrender him or what? Let's see. What?
Not lately, anyway. Not on this
Oh.
one, I don't think.
And Your Honor, I would note that Mr. Anderson does have two cases on our docket. There's 15-211 and a 16-77.
Okay,
I show he's a fugitive in both cases.
Okay. You have any idea where he might be?
Well, I was hearing he was in Louisiana and was doing a little work down there. And about 2 weeks ago, Robert pulled into Casey's and he saw him and he run off. So he's here in town somewhere. We just hadn't got him.
My notes say in November you thought he was in Alabama.
No, it's Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Okay.
March 3rd. What did I set that other one at?
414.
I'll set this one for April 14th.
414.
He's taking a simple matter and making it difficult for himself.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
State versus Richard, is it Burrell or Burrell? 17-11, burglary, theft, criminal mischief. How do you pronounce your name, sir?
Burrell.
Okay. You have a lawyer, sir.
I'm trying to get Samuel Pastings out of.
Okay.
I just don't have enough money right now. I was wondering if I could get an extension.
Well, let me look here. Your pre-trial's on April 14th. You reappear in this court for attorney status on March 17th. March 17th at 9:30 for attorney status.
All right.
And if it looks like you're not going to be able to employ an attorney, make application to the public defender before that date. Okay. State versus Christopher Ernest, 16-243, manufacturing methamphetamine is charged.
Your Honor, I apologize. I was out of the courtroom earlier when Ms. Taylor was called. This is the companion case to that.
Okay.
I was visiting with clients regarding a resolution, a potential resolution of the case. As you've probably been already advised, and in the presence of Mr. Brown on Wednesday, I met with you and in chambers at the Newton County Courthouse concerning the issue with the items that need to be sent to the crime lab. And so at this point, Your Honor, we'll have to reschedule the suppression hearing at some point when the crime lab results come back. Is that accurate, Mr.?
That's accurate, and as I advised the court, right now the crime lab says there's about a 3-month turnaround, so we're probably looking at May before we have a lab report.
Okay. Plea deadline extended, or what's that, suppression hearing?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
To May 12th. Plea deadline, May 26th. And we'll have to check into when the arrest was, or it would be getting close to the time.
It would have been.
Okay, I'd probably do it, I think.
June 27th, so it'll be within the time. Did you give the same dates to Ms. Taylor, Your Honor?
No, I believe you gave her.
I don't know, but if we need to modify the dates, we'll just tell us.
May he be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Introducing 2 new families of ATVs from Yamaha. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
My name is Nikki. I work at Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, and I'm a dental assist. We're the first faces that the patients see. We get them through the paperwork process, explain what's going on, and just let them know step by step what to expect, and you get to see them throughout the whole process. We want our patients to be happy, we want them to be comfortable, and that's really what it's about, getting the best results while making great relationships with people.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
State versus Lisa Eastridge, theft, 17-4. Morning. Who represents you, ma'am?
I don't know. I put an application in yesterday.
Okay. If it's here, we'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, we'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And are you pleading not guilty to these charges?
Civil judge.
Okay, okay.
Waive reading.
And now your case is before Judge Webb, another judge, so
Okay.
he'll be here a week from today.
Okay.
February 10th at, what time?
8:30.
8:30.
Okay, I'll be here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
State versus Teresa Harris, 17-48. It's methamphetamine, paraphernalia, marijuana. Good morning. Who represents you, ma'am?
I filled out an application. For
Okay. Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Ms. Harris.
Okay, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're appearing for arraignment. We'll enter a plea of not guilty. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
We'll enter the plea of not guilty. Your case is before Judge Webb. You'll be here a week from today at 8:30. So if you'd come back then, okay? Jennifer McCullum, 17-8, delivery of controlled substances.
Judge, the Public Defender's Office represents Mrs. McCullough. We'll have to double check if potentially, I know Mr. Hancock has a conflict. I may as well with the co-defendant, but we'll sort that out for the purposes of today.
Ben, you may go ahead and provide you discovery.
That'll work.
Well, we've got a scheduling order out. Next appearance is April 14th, 9:30.
Judge, Ms. McCullough is currently on an ankle monitor, and she would ask that that restriction of her bond be released.
Let me look at this. Generally, there was some reason to do that.
I had an appointment with my doctor to get a procedure done on my back. I believe it was before you, and it was my Boone County charges. I hadn't seen a judge yet, or they hadn't set a bond. So when I went before you, I asked you if you could get a bond set for my Boone County charges so I wouldn't miss my appointment with my doctor, and you granted that, provided I put on the monitor. So
I think you asked for one.
Yes, yes.
So I thought, why is she doing that?
Well, it was a pretty important procedure.
She got any priors?
Judge, I'm looking at the information does not allege visual offender. Let me just see if she has anything on her arrest record.
Nothing provided in discovery to us, Judge, would reflect that. I will say she does have two cases, a Newton and a Boone, both 2017 cases.
Does she also go by, or has gone by, Jennifer Middleton?
Yeah, that's my maiden name, but there's two of us. Jennifer Linda, I'm Jennifer Janine.
Jennifer Janine?
Yes.
Okay, then it shows a prior shoplifting charge from 2009.
Can you remove it?
Thank you.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your